Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here. This training was created by the Agua Fria High School District Business Services Department, and it's designed to set you up for a smooth and successful school year. Let's get started. Who sets the rules? So who exactly sets the rules? Well, it's a mix of state-level and local oversight. We follow the Arizona Revised Statutes, the Auditor General's guidelines, and our governing board's local policies. The district's policies and procedures are designed to ensure compliance with these various entities. And who's watching to make sure we follow them? Pretty much everyone. Auditors, the media, parents, even other districts. Let's talk about student activities. Yes, the fun stuff like clubs and events. These activities often involve money, so it's important we manage it carefully. What makes a student club official? It must be organized by students, approved by the principal and student council, and have a constitution on file. Every year, clubs need updated sponsor declarations and elected student officers. If a club's bylaws change, a new constitution is required. And remember, a district employee must serve as the sponsor. Now on to fundraising. A fundraiser is any activity where students are raising money, whether it's selling snacks or organizing an event. Only student clubs can hold fundraisers, and they must be approved in advance by both the principal and student government. Here's the process. All fundraising requests must be submitted and approved before anything happens. The sponsor must be present and handle the paperwork. All funds collected need to be deposited with the bookstore daily. And yes, you'll need student meeting minutes showing that the activity was approved by the club. Joint fundraisers involve both clubs and outside groups, like boosters or PTOs. Before starting, both sides need to agree on how the money will be split. The split should reflect the actual effort put in by each group. That's the fairest way. What's not allowed in fundraising? A few important restrictions. Student clubs are not allowed to run raffles or any games of chance. That's state law. Fundraisers also can't happen during class time or involve door-to-door sales. These rules protect students and keep us compliant. Food fundraisers, food-based fundraisers, things like concession stands or food trucks, have extra requirements. If it's during school hours, it must follow Smart Snack guidelines. If it's not Smart Snack compliant, it can only happen once a month and near holidays. All vendors must be pre-approved and follow safety protocols. If open food is going to be served, a PIC, person in charge, must be present the whole time. Donors choose guidelines. Thinking about donors choose? Great. Just remember, you need principal approval before posting a project. For technology or food items, get district IT or food services approval ahead of time. And all donated items stay with the school. They're district property. Now let's shift to cash. Cash means any physical form of money. Bills, coins, checks, money orders. It all counts. Cash requires a strong system of internal control because it is more susceptible to manipulation than any other asset. Cash rules. Cash handling is a big responsibility. We follow strict guidelines from the Uniform System of Financial Records, or USFR for short. What is considered cash? Here's what counts as cash. It includes actual money on hand, checks, warrants, and money orders. If you're handling any of these, the rules apply. When we talk about cash controls, we are also talking about credit card transactions. How is cash generated? Cash comes from three main sources: student fundraisers, auxiliary operations like course fees or ticket sales, and tax credit contributions. Each has different handling requirements, but all need to be tracked properly. So what are the cash rules? It must be secured, counted, verified, and documented. Different employees should handle different steps. Good record keeping isn't just a best practice, it's a requirement. Examples of how we safeguard our personal belongings/money. Don't leave cash laying around. Don't leave valuables visible in the front seat. Don't leave keys in the ignition of the car. Strong cash controls to prevent misuse, loss, theft, and to keep employee out of trouble. The cash cycle. This cash cycle shows how it should work. Person A collects the money. At the end of the event, they will count the amount collected and document it on a cash collection sheet that they must sign. All of this is turned into the bookstore, where Person B verifies the cash amount, signs the cash collection sheet, and makes the deposit. Person C records it. This separation of duties keeps everything clean and transparent. Remember, all cash collected must reconcile to something sold. Segregation of duties. Cash collection form. Use a cash collection form for every fundraiser. The club sponsor or coach must fill it, sign it, and turn it in with all cash collected to the bookstore. If you're using tickets like for a dance, make sure they're pre-numbered to help reconcile sales. Audit findings, student activities. Let's look at some audit findings. These are real and avoidable. Common issues include missing receipts, delayed deposits, or money posted to the wrong account. We've also seen cash not reconciled or students not authorizing expenses. Audit findings, student activities. The same common issues include missing receipts, delayed deposits, money posted to the wrong account, and cash not reconciled. Audit findings. Tax credit funds come with rules too. Improper deposits, unauthorized uses, and incorrect account postings have all triggered findings. Staying compliant protects these valuable programs. Documentation matters. The new 3 slides are screenshots directly from the USFR Compliance Questionnaire, a 31-page questionnaire broken out into 18 sections and has over 100 questions. Arizona school districts are audited annually. These questions can only be answered with a yes, no, or non-applicable. These state audit standards show exactly what's expected of us. For example, every cash deposit must be supported by proper documentation, including receipts or ticket logs. It's all about accountability. Student funds must be verified. When it comes to student activities, only club-raised money can go into the student fund account, and it must be tied to documents like receipts or logs. Counting the cash before and after a sale? That's a must. Split the roles. Cash handling roles need to be split up. One person can't do everything: collect, deposit, and record, or it opens the door for theft or misuse. The district has procedures in place to ensure separation and proper review. Timely deposits must be timely, ideally daily, or at least weekly. Everything should be backed up by forms or deposit slips. Consistent documentation helps us stay in good standing and keeps funds secure. Personal payment apps, not allowed. Let's talk about credit card payments. Payments through personal apps like Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, or PayPal are never allowed. Instead, use district-sponsored platforms that direct 100% of the funds to the correct accounts. How bookstore payments work. Here's how it flows. Whether payment is made online or in person at the bookstore, it's entered into our InTouch system. Every Friday, Business Services uploads that week's activity into Visions, our accounting system. Once approved, those funds show up in the account balance. Spending student funds. Now on to spending student activity funds. All expenses must go through a purchase order and must benefit currently enrolled students. Even more important, students must vote to approve every expense and document it in their meeting minutes. Students not approving expense is an audit finding. A few firm no's here. No cash disbursements, no spending money you don't yet have, and definitely no gift cards. Gifts for staff are limited to Teacher Appreciation Week, and even then, they must be modest, around $10 to $15 per person. Tax credit rules. Tax credit funds are meant for extracurricular activities, optional non-credit programs that happen outside of class. Field trips must be competition-based to qualify. Recreation trips are not allowed under this fund. Athletic participation. The district's tax credit page is not where parents go to make this payment, as it is an entirely different account from the specific sports tax credit account. Communication from the bookstore will be sent to parents once the correct fee has been placed on the student accounts, with instructions on how to pay online if they choose not to pay in the bookstore. Contact Alicia. If you have questions, please reach out. Alicia Martinez, our bookstore operations manager, is your go-to. She's here to support you and make sure everything runs smoothly. Thanks again for your attention. We appreciate all you do.